Shawty, what your name is? All you ladies pop your pussy like this. I just wanna take you home.
Hey, hello YouTube family. Your girl is back. Guys, let me just say I am so glad to be back in front of you. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing, even when I was away. I mean, the love is seriously so real. I can't thank you guys enough. Grab your favorite beverage. Mine happens to be wine, of course. This is Moscato Oak Leaf. This is the cheap wine of the wine, simply because I like it. It does the job. And let's have some fun. Let me get into a little background of myself, because I feel like I have not posted a video that talks about me. Guys, I really have a hard time talking about myself, so bear with me. A little bit about me. I am 23 years old. I'm a Libra. Go Libras, we rock. I'll be 24 in a few weeks. Hasn't hit in yet that I am getting up there in age, but that's okay. I'm a personal banker. I work at XYZ Bank. Let's get into this candle from Ray of Sun. Also during quarantine, I decided to start my own candle business. It will launch on my birthday, September 27th. And this is my sunrise. This is lavender. It'll be a 9-ounce container that looks as such. And I want to thank you for watching and thank you for possibly purchasing. You can go to www.rayofsun.com to find out more information. I'll do another video that's dedicated to my candles only. I just wanted to, of course, bring it to the light because it's sitting over there looking pretty. Not only did I purchase my first house, I purchased my first house during COVID-19. What? You did what during the COVID? Yes, during quarantine 2020, I bought a house. And I want to thank you, COVID. There's not a lot of great benefits about COVID, besides the simple fact that rates are really low right now. So if you are interested in purchasing a house, do it now. My rate is as low as 3.5%. That'll never happen again, people, unless it's something else like this that goes on in the future. Highly doubt it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Let me just get started with why I wanted to purchase a house. I was staying in an apartment and paying almost $900 a month for a 2-bedroom. Wasn't the greatest apartment, wasn't bad. I mean, it was a typical 2-bedroom apartment. It had a balcony, didn't have a washer and dryer, had to use a community washer and dryer, wasn't really feeling that. I mean, typical 2-bedroom apartment. I just wasn't happy because I personally feel like if I'm going to be paying almost $900 every month, it just better be something that's in my name, that's benefiting my future. That was $900 that I was giving away to somebody else to benefit them, not myself. Wasn't feeling that. So, first thing that I will say, when you are interested in purchasing a home, do a pre-approval first. A pre-approval is basically any bank, XYZ Bank, runs your credit and it lets you know, hey, you are approved for $100,000, or you are declined. Here's what you can do to get approved. A pre-approval is not an approval, but it is dang near an approval. Like if you get a pre-approval, 9 times out of 10, you'll get approved for a mortgage. Sellers love people that come to them with pre-approval. So that was the first thing I did, and surprisingly, I was approved. What? Girl, yes, I was approved. I was not expecting that, let me just say. Don't know why. My credit is average. It is key to find you a really good realtor. Not even good. Find you a great realtor, because it will make your life heaven on earth. I mean, seriously, it took so much stress off of me to know that I had somebody on my side who had the best interest of me. A lot of realtors out there will take advantage of people, especially first-time home buyers, because you don't know nothing. Let's just be honest. You ain't ever did this before, which is okay. That is why you need someone that knows what they're doing, for one, and for two, that's not in it for the money. Finding the house. Let me tell y'all, this part was one of the most hardest parts. Wasn't the hardest, one of the most. The market is very competitive. There are investors out there that's flipping these houses. They literally will have 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever, you name it, $1,000 in cash in hand, ready to buy a house. Hello, who would not want to sell to somebody that has $100,000 cash in hand? I mean, even though when you're dealing with a mortgage, it's a loan and you're getting paid through the bank, this is $100,000 in cash. Okay? Cash beats anything. Whatever, it is what it is. So it made it very difficult, and I live in Ohio. It made it very difficult for us to find a house. It was like, when I found a house, when we looked at the house, oh my gosh, I love this house so much. Let's make an offer. Offer made. 2 hours later, I'm sorry, somebody made an offer on this house, and the seller is gonna go with this offer instead. That was probably the most heartbreaking news ever. It is very true when people say, and if you have a great realtor, they'll tell you, don't get attached to these houses after looking at it. Don't even get attached to it after you made an offer, because it ain't guaranteed that it's gonna go through. Get attached to it when you get the keys in your hand, okay? That was my problem. When I seen it, I wanted it, and I had to have it. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. So when we found this house, I made an offer on it, and the offer was about $5,000 less than what they were asking, because of course I'm not gonna give you what you're asking, which you should not. An offer is to be bargained. It's a bargain. It is, you know, what you feel the house is worth. Previous homeowners kind of felt like I lowballed them, because I went like $5,000 lower than what they asked. And whatever, it is what it is. I was trying to get a good deal, period. So they didn't like that. They ended up counter offering, which is what happens when the seller feels like, we ain't doing that. We want this. We want 100,000. You said 90. We want 100. The house was listed for 95. Why are y'all going up to 100? Whatever. They came back with that. I said, forget it. I don't even want this house. I don't even like this house this much to be playing with y'all, to be playing with my emotions, to where y'all think that y'all are gonna get $90,000 out of me, $100,000. I'm sorry. I'm gonna find something else. Well, I didn't. I did not find a house that was better than the house that we looked at. Every single house that we looked at had a problem. I wanted a finished basement. I wanted a 2-car garage. I wanted a dishwasher. I wanted granite countertops. I wanted counter space in my kitchen. There were things that I wanted, okay? I was not negotiating. I was not lowering my standard to no. If I'm gonna be paying for it, I want what I want, period. Whatever. So, long story short, I came back around to this house. I told myself, you know what? If this house is available next pay, which was 2 weeks from that day, I'm gonna get it. I'll make another offer. I'm gonna see what they say.
Much later.
The house was available 2 weeks from that day. I said, Jesus, is that you? Is that you, God? So I made an offer and they accepted it. We moved forward with the process, which is getting the bank, actually no, getting ahead of myself, which is getting the inspections, my own personal inspection, because I recommend if you are purchasing a house, you need to get your own personal inspection. If I had to do it again, I would have went with an expensive inspector. It's certain stuff in life that you cannot go the cheap route because you will reap what you sow. And in this case, it was bad. It was real bad. I'll get to that in a moment. But so got the inspection. Then came the city inspection. This was the most frustrating part. I think out of everything, this was the hardest part of purchasing my house. So the city comes out and they look at the exterior. They do not look at the inside. It's not cosmetics, it is health hazards. So there were a couple of city violations that the sellers had to fix in order to sell the house. I went FHA. FHA is...
FHA loans are great for low to average credit. They allow credit scores starting at just 580 with 3.5% down payment, but FHA mortgage insurance is always required. Conventional loans often better if you have great credit. Conventional loans require borrowers to pay for their mortgage insurance if their down payment is less than 20%. Conventional is not backed by a government agency.
The specific city that I live in was being very, 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 very petty. Very petty. Oh my gosh. Petty about the driveway. I guess the driveway was not up to their standards. Whatever. I didn't see the report, whatever. Sellers got the driveway fixed to what they thought the inspector told them. This is what y'all need to do in order to sell this house. When the inspector came back, he reneged on what he said. It was like he totally backpedaled. I never said that. This is not right. Blah blah blah. Now this is all word of mouth. This is how I imagined that it went. So the sellers are like, dude, girl, whoever, you told me XYZ. This is what I did. What do you mean it's wrong? What do you mean? Whatever. At the moment of time, this was May? It was raining a lot. How the can you fix a driveway while it's raining and let it dry properly? The problem was it would rain and then the driveway would get messed up because the next day it's like, yeah, you did the driveway, but it rained. So it took them forever, about a week and a half, to finally be like, okay, it's fine, I like it, whatever. Irritating, right? Whole time I gotta be out of my apartment by June because I'm not paying another $900 to y'all. It's not gonna happen. So I'm telling my realtor, like, look, please emphasize to them I have to be out of here. Mind you, I took a whole week off from work. I had everything planned out perfectly. I was off work for about a good month because my job, and I'll have to go into that in a different video, was doing a thing where we worked 2 weeks, we was off 2 weeks. I was off for almost a good month. It was the perfect time to move. What else do I have to do? I ain't gotta work. All I gotta do is pack and move. Pack and move. It didn't work like that. Whenever you think something is gonna work how it's supposed to work, it don't ever work like that. Okay? We ended up rushing the process. We got some things done. My realtor had a couple of city ties, so she did the damn thing. When I say my realtor really looked out in many different ways, I mean, she seriously just rocked out. Okay, whatever. Fast forward, moving in, boom. Now, let me rewind. And I hope I'm not missing anything. If you guys have any questions on any of the process of purchasing a house, how it works, if you think that I've missed anything that you want me to touch on, comment below, like, subscribe, and turn that bell on so that the next video you'll know. I don't want this to be a two-parter simply because it's a lot of information and I'm trying to like throw it all out there, but I don't want to rush through this because this is you're never gonna purchase your first house again. You want to make sure your first house has a great foundation, has a great water tank, has a great furnace, air conditioner if you are like me and you don't like being hot, had to have central air. Why is it important to get a good inspector? Here's why. About a week living here, we have an attic, okay? Our attic is one of those old school attics. It's a pull down where the steps come down. If you ever seen Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation. It's one of them. It ain't even finished. About a week living here, I heard some little squeaks coming from the attic. I don't know why I'm whispering. I heard some squeaks coming from the attic, okay? Yes, squeaks. I'm talking squeak it like a rodent, squeak it like a rat, squeak it, a mouse, okay? And this is gonna be the second part of the video, simply because I get so worked up about this. I'ma save my drama for another day. Cause let me tell you, y'all ain't gonna believe this. But yes, you're thinking about purchasing your first house, do it. What are you waiting on exactly? What's the holdup? Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, turn that bell on, Peace, love, and hair grease.
What your name is?